Good morning and welcome to Love from the Kitchen. Today we were at the store and picked up this incredible looking pork shoulder roast. It's already seasoned and was $3.49 a pound. This is a 2-pound roast, perfect for the crock pot. So basically we're going to get a slow cooked pulled pork roast out of this that we can use for tacos or eat with rice or whatever. So let me show you that and what it is. And then we're going to put it in this crock pot. We've got 2 crock pots. We've got this one. Always get the ones where you can remove the pot for easier cleaning and not get the electronic portion all wet. We're going to cook it on low. It'll take probably about 6 hours for this 2-pound roast. We're not going to add anything to it because it's already seasoned. But I am going to put about a cup of a beef broth that I had left over from the tri-tip, because you want to have a little bit of moisture inside the crock pot when you're cooking. So now there's some cooking directions on the back of this package, which I just cut through. You could grill this to get a char on it. You could put it in the oven. You can do all kinds of things. I like to do the crock pot simply because I don't have to pay much attention to it. Just set it and forget it. Come back in a few hours and you're good to go. Crock pot meals, and crock pots will make the most tender meat without a lot of fuss and effort. So we're going to put that in the sink. We're going to dump this into the crock pot like that. And that will get thrown away, and this will get thrown away. Kind of clean it as you go. And wipe that down. Now let's get some of this beef broth out. Now this beef broth came from tri-tip that we cooked. Smells really good. We're going to put about a cup in here. And I say about because here's a 10-ounce coffee cup, and we're just going to pour approximately 8 ounces liquid in here. Will that change the meat flavor? Not drastically. And then we're just going to put a lid on this. We're going to plug it in, and that's going to get some time to cook. Welcome back. The roast has cooked. We put it on at 10, so that is 5 hours, and it has cooked to a perfect pulled pork stage. We are going to a couple of forks. Now, one thing to realize, you're cooking this to temperature. The meat was actually done about an hour and a half ago. But if you want it to fall apart, look at that pulled pork tender, just like that. It's going to take longer. Now, the way to really test it without messing up your meat is to take a steak knife or similar knife and put it in the meat and give it a twist. And if the meat separates when you do that, it's ready. And here we have this beautiful pork. We will use it for tacos. We will use it on steamed rice. And you can use it for just about what you want. Now, if you want to have, if you don't want to pull it and separate it, don't cook it that long. Cook it about 4 hours. Check the temperature. And you should have some kind of, this is an old school thermometer we have. You want to cook pork until it's about 170, 180 degrees. I would normally say cook it to about 160 and then pull it out, let it rest. And then you can slice it. And remember, when you're slicing meat, you always want to slice, see the grain? This is the grain. These strands, that would be considered the grain. If you want to slice meat so it's tender, slice across the grain. Now see, this meat's too soft to do that. The reason being is it'll be a much more tender bite. So whether you're doing steak, pork, whatever you're doing, and you want slices and you want them to be really tender, make sure you're going across the grain with your slices and not with the grain. You do it with the grain, it's going to be more chewy, unless you get it tender enough that it's not. But when you get it that tender, you can no longer cut it into slices. Okay, so that's something to consider. After you've shredded the meat, put it in a microwave safe storage bowl. Then add the broth from the crock pot into the bowl with the meat to keep it tender and juicy for future reheating. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you enjoyed this idea for making a simple pork roast. And we hope that you will click the like and the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of more videos, click that notification bell. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.